I know that some people are kind of surprised by the way that Tommy reacted in the most recent episode of The Last of Us Season 2. And I get that, but I also feel like it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen next. But yeah, at least initially, the way Tommy is handling his grief in the show is pretty different than the way they handle it in the game. Because in the game, not only does Tommy decide to head out on a revenge mission for Joel very soon after his death, in fact, he managed to get to Seattle on his own before Ellie and Dina managed to, and by the time they make their way in, he's already putting people down. Tommy heading out on this solo revenge mission was a major moment to the fandom because we don't really get to see much of it. We get a couple of glimpses and maybe get to see the aftermath of some of it, and yet there are literally dozens of edits that have gone viral over this. So some people are worried that because Tommy is taking a much more measured approach in the show, we're not gonna be able to see him go on a revenge mission like he did in the game. While that is possible, I really don't think that's the angle they're gonna wind up going with, because looking at his interactions with Gail, the therapist of the town, I think it's pretty clear they're trying to set something up for Tommy in the story, and it wouldn't really make sense if they show him struggling with these emotions and not really being sure how to react, and then don't take that anywhere for the rest of the season. I don't think the show is trying to portray Tommy as just like shrugging off Joel's death. I think since Ellie and Dina left first, I think Tommy's gonna wind up convincing the town like, oh, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go get them and stop them from doing something stupid. And that could legitimately be the reason he leaves at first, but he's gonna wind up going down the path of revenge at some point in the storyline. At least that's what I'm anticipating. I think it would be pretty disappointing if this is the last we see of Tommy in the season and he just doesn't have anything to do with the events in Seattle. But I feel like the writers are aware of how disappointing that would be, and they wouldn't do that unless they had a plan. I think most likely Tommy's gonna wind up in Seattle. Everyone's gonna get the edits they want.